Today, I want to talk about Coco. Coco was my parents' adorable English staffy who came to life in 2009. She was the most friendly, lovable, playful, beautiful, and spoilt girl you could possibly imagine. Every time I visited my family in Townsville over the past 14 years, I'd spend time with her. We'd go to the beach, we'd play with the tennis ball, the rubber ball, we'd visit the geese together, we'd go for drives. Actually, let me roll some footage for you so you can see for yourself just how great she was. Do you want the coconuts? Hello, Coco. Ah, Coco. Hey guys. Coco. Come on. Coco, stay. Yeah, Coco loved and was loved by everyone she encountered, especially my mum, dad, and brothers. In April of 2023, Coco passed the Rainbow Bridge at 14 years and 4 months of age. I was really lucky to have seen her one final time in Townsville the previous month, but I can tell you it was devastating to hear the news that she was no longer with us. Good girl. Recently, I was browsing through Atlas Obscura, which is a website full of weird and wonderful places to visit around the world, and I happened to stumble upon this place called the Dog Chapel. Built in the year 2000 by a guy called Stephen Huneck, the Dog Chapel serves as a place for anyone to visit to remember and memorialize their dogs. He built it from scratch with the specific goal of helping people through the grieving and healing process after losing a beloved pet. And you know, it wasn't so far away. It's in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, about a 2.5-hour drive from where I am in Montreal. I knew I had to visit. So the other week I rented a car and I did just that. I headed along the Autoroute 10, crossed the border at Stansted into Vermont, and shortly afterwards arrived at St. Johnsbury. I'll quickly show you around town. It's really charming. I loved it there. I had breakfast at this bakery called Boule. God, it was delicious. I saw the Memorial Bridge, and speaking of memorials... It turns out I'm in St. Johnsbury for Memorial Day, so not only am I here to remember fallen dogs, but also fallen soldiers. It was an honour to have witnessed an American Memorial Day commemoration. It was really well put together, and a great turnout from the public. But I digress. Let's move on to the Dog Chapel. I've arrived at Dog Mountain. Behind me here is the Stephen Huneck Gallery, which I've just had a look at, and right next to it is the Dog Chapel, where lost dogs are remembered forever. The gallery was full of Stephen's incredible dog-themed art, and wouldn't you believe who I made friends with? Her name is Coco. It's Coco. Okay, back to the chapel. All right, let's take a walk inside the Dog Chapel. Oh my God. So many memorials of dogs. This is incredible. It was so moving to be inside this little chapel. There's not an empty space. It's full of photos, memories, stories. It's full of love. It's truly a collaborative work of beauty. I spent quite some time inside this wonderful room, and as with many people who pay a visit to Dog Mountain, I had a tribute of my own to leave. There we go, Mum. I found a little spot in the chapel for Coco to be remembered. Left a couple of Coco's photos in the album as well. After leaving my photo, I explored a little of the surrounding property. There's many acres of grounds here for pups to roam as free as they wish, off their leash. It's truly a marvellous place. Stephen did such a wonderful job with this during his lifetime. This is seriously a heaven for dogs. Oh my God, it's crazy. It must be like 2 degrees in there. So that was my trip to the Dog Chapel in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. If you ever find yourself in this corner of the world, do yourself a favour and spend some time here. Stephen Huneck died in 2010, but I'm sure he'd be thrilled to know his legacy lives on today, and that this place he created is considered genuinely special to all who visit. I'm really glad I had this unique opportunity to remember our good girl, Coco. We miss you so much, Coco. And wherever you are now, I hope your world is full of glorious beaches, endless tennis balls, and the most heavenly tasting treats.